Hi guys, it's Hoshi here, and today I want to talk about the current state of Overwatch and how the dive meta is making the game less fun and very frustrating to play. For those of you who don't know me, I predominantly play Symmetra and Mercy, and you might be thinking, oh, of course he's complaining, he plays heroes that require no skill or aim. However, a lot of my friends who play Overwatch also share the same sentiment, that the dive meta is making the game stale and certain heroes are almost unplayable or redundant because of it. This season of competitive has definitely been much harder for me compared to season 4, whereas I almost reached top 500 last season. I'm finding it difficult to stay in Grandmaster playing Symmetra purely because every game I find myself facing the same team comp consisting of the same dive heroes like Winston, Tracer and Genji, and it's nearly impossible for heroes like Symmetra to be played effectively given the nature of her kit. Not only that, heroes like Winston and D.Va are so strong right now that it's very difficult to beat them if you don't have a coordinated team. Frankly, I'm quite sick of seeing Winston on every team, and it's frustrating, especially as a support player, when the enemy Winston is constantly jumping you and your team can't really do anything about it. I guess the inherent problem with Overwatch right now is that there is almost no counterplay to a dive comp. It's simply dive versus dive, and there really isn't another viable defensive comp that can counter a well-coordinated team. What this means is that the outcome of a fight is decided very quickly, and from there one team snowballs where you either stomp or get stomped. This makes Overwatch quite stale, and I know a lot of players who have quit the game because of this lack of variety. Even when new things are added to the game, such as the new map, Lunar Horizon Colony, fans simply aren't excited anymore because it's still the same old 2CP with a choke that the game revolves around. In fact, most of the game modes in Overwatch are so focused on this idea of there being a choke point, which further adds to this lack of variety. I guess some might say that the dive comp is slowly changing due to buffs to heroes like Reaper and Zarya, as well as the introduction of Doomfist. Personally, I think Doomfist is another dive-ish kind of hero similar to Genji who will further extend this dive meta, but we'll have to see how he fits into different team compositions and how he plays out. Understandably, it is a difficult balancing act for Blizzard because slight tweaks to heroes can completely shift the meta and make other heroes less playable, etc. But ideally we'd have a game where any hero is viable, because that was the premise of Overwatch in the first place, that there are all these heroes that you can play interchangeably. Last but not least, I know a lot of you are Sim and Mercy players just like myself, and a few of you have been asking me how to play them in this meta effectively against all these dive heroes, and honestly I'm trying to work that out myself. I've been doing decently on Mercy when I'm not being chased like a dog, but on Symmetra it's been quite a struggle, especially in the Australian server, where practically everybody knows who I am and will pick Symmetra counters once they see me on the enemy team. My tip is just to play smart and be very aware of your positioning at all times, but even then there's a certain degree of luck involved. I'm actually trying to pick up some new heroes at the moment, and hopefully I can show that to some of you guys in future videos. Anyway, that is my little rant on the dive meta. I don't really make these kind of videos a lot, but if you liked it and you'd like to see me make more of these, please let me know. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.